Frances Thompson should be revered in the same way that Marsha P. Johnson or Lucy Anderson are to the trans community, but for some reason her story goes widely untold. Frances was an enslaved trans woman, and after the Emancipation Proclamation, she moved to Memphis, Tennessee. Frances worked as a seamstress and was a contributing member to the Black economic success that they were seeing in Memphis at this time, until the riots of Memphis in 1866. A reoccurring theme in American history is that when Black and brown communities were seeing some type of economic success, they were burned down, they were flooded. Think of Tulsa, think of Lake Lanier, think of Memphis, Tennessee. Following the riots of 1866, Frances Thompson becomes the first trans person to testify in front of Congress, accusing some of the white rioters of SAing her and a roommate, Lucy Anderson. Here's the testimony. You guys can go look at it. It's chilling. Immediately following the testimonials, there were about 50 different news articles put out from Democratic-leaning publications questioning Frances's sex assigned at birth. Ultimately, this led to her having to submit to a gender test, as they called it, which deemed that she was born male. This determination was used to free the men who were accused of this crime and to also discredit the fact that Frances could have ever been sexually assaulted. So she was arrested and she was taken to a men's prison, placed on the chain gang, was forced to wear men's clothing, and forced to grow her facial hair. This was a very interesting read. A Daily Appeal reporter went to the jail and had a conversation with Frances while she was incarcerated, and she said that she blames her previous owner for allowing her to dress in female apparel, and she believes that he should be the one who was arrested for even allowing it. She states that the conditions are terrible in jail and there's certain things that's happened to her that she can't speak about. Like, go read this, y'all. She even mentioned to the Daily Appeal reporter that she plans to move out of the area once she's released from prison. And that's how we got these photos of her, because the police officers read that article and forced her to wear men's and women's clothing so that they could send these pictures to police stations around the country so that they would be able to identify her if they saw her. She was eventually released from prison and lived in poverty for a very short time until she passed away of dysentery, something that she got while she was in jail. There's speculation surrounding whether she passed on November 1st or November 3rd, but it was convenient for the Democrats who were trying to get into the White House to use her as political weaponry towards the Republicans. I hear a lot of rhetoric online saying that this specific election in 2024 is the only election that has politicized being a trans woman, but I'm here to tell you that is false. So, the next time someone tries to question you about trans history and say that, oh, it's just something, it's a phenomenon that just popped up 10 years ago, please show them this video. In some aspects, Frances Thompson's story mirrors how some trans people are treated today in society. We deal with a disproportionate amount of SA and violence in society, and it goes largely unchecked and largely ignored.